Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 73rd Rome Total War Brotherhood battle that I've put onto YouTube. The team I'm in today consists of Brotherhood member Pompey, who has bought the Rome Brutii faction. My other teammate is Brotherhood member Talos, who has called himself Valens for this game, but it is actually Brotherhood member Talos, who has also bought the Rome Brutii faction. And myself, Spartan Commander, who has bought the Rome SPQR faction. So there's the three-man team I'm in today. I'm sure you'll agree there's a lot of experience and some great RTW players there. I hope this should be a great battle for you to watch. And here is the other team we're fighting. We have RTW player Fellowship Gimli, who has bought the Julii faction. We have Heavens Jack Frost, who has also bought the Julii faction, and COH Phlegathon, who has bought the Rome Scipii faction. So that's the three players we're fighting today. I'm sure you'll agree, three very experienced RTW players, and I'm sure this is going to be a great game for you to watch. At this early stage of the battle, I just thought I'd show you how the two teams are squaring off against each other here. If you notice here, the Scipii general has put some Roman archers in front of his main battle line there. Now, that's a good move by him there, because they are like an additional piler shield. And not only can he still use them as archers from that position, but they can also soak up the pilers from the enemy infantry. Without actually killing any of their infantry. At this stage of the battle, on our left flank, you can see that the enemy Scipii general is being quite aggressive with his attack on Pompey's Brutii forces here. And you can see Pompey sending units forward to support his piler shield units there that is under attack by the enemy Scipii unit there. And it looks like this is where maybe the action is going to kick off on this flank. Can you see that Julii Roman general unit there? Well, it's actually not a general unit, but it is kind of a general unit, but not his general. It's very tough cavalry unit, and if you notice how he's using it to smash into Pompey's infantry there, that unit is extremely strong and is difficult to kill, and if you use it as like a battering ram like he was using it there, you can cause the enemy a lot of casualties. You can see here Pompey taking infantry units out to the left here, probably with a view to bringing them round to the flank of the enemy Scipii infantry there. We just have to see how the enemy responds to that move. As most of you know, Pompey is a very aggressive player, and any chance he gets to attack, he will take it. Very much like Brotherhood member Kendi in that respect. If you notice that there's some Julii reinforcements coming over to support their ally on this flank. So yeah, I would think this, looking at this situation, this is where I would think the action may well kick off in this battle. And here you can see on our left flank here, the Brutii, our Brutii ally, and the enemy Scipii there are aggressively fighting each other there. If we move over to my flank, on the right flank here, you can see my SPQR army are engaged with the enemy Julii infantry there. I'll watch the situation very carefully, and if there seems to be a lot of action on that left flank, I may well attack here on the right to try and take some pressure off our left, but I'll have to just watch the situation and see what happens. As you can see, there's a lot of cavalry and infantry at this end of the battlefield on the left flank. And there you can see the Scipii cavalry charging in there. I imagine it's going to rout some of the Brutii infantry there as it charged in. Yeah, and there you go. And if you can see now that Talos is bringing in cavalry support to help. He's also brought infantry over to help Pompey as well. That's a really good bit of teamwork there by Talos there, bringing them support over to help his teammate there. As you can see, there's a heck of a lot of cavalry just charged, enemy cavalry just charged in there, and some more. You see the Scipii cavalry going in as well. If you notice, I'm just charging my SPQR cavalry in to try and help a little bit. And if you notice that Pomp is charging some of his Brutii cavalry in as well there. Yeah, some massive cavalry hits going in there. I would say, looking at the cavalry numbers, it looks probably about even there on the cavalry. I would think maybe they might just have a few more units than us, but it's pretty even there. And as you can see, like we said at the beginning of the battle, it looks like the main fighting looks like it's being done on our left flank here. If you can see Pompey bringing cavalry out to the far left here, probably with a view to try and charge into the flank of any of the enemy there. And here he goes now, and bang! You see, he routed some of the enemy Julii infantry there, and is now engaged with the Scipii cavalry. And as you see now, most of the Julii cavalry are actually charging in. This might even break our left flank here if that cavalry does the damage like it looks like it could do. If you notice now, I'm bringing my SPQR cavalry into support. And if you notice that the enemy pulled their cavalry back and are now charging in again to get that charge bonus. So at the moment, as you can see, it's really touch and go on this left flank. Things are pretty even there, I would say, and it could go either way. I think Talos' general is just routed there. That's as a lot of you watching this will know, that could be bad, because that will obviously lower the morale of his fighting troops there. I hope that general rallies. Meanwhile, over on the right flank, if you notice that I've started to attack aggressively here on the right, and the simple reason for that is just to try and take pressure off of our left flank there. I'm hoping that they may well have to send support up to the right, which will stretch them, and that's what we're after here. I think with a combination of both Talos and Pompey's infantry on the left, I think it looks to me we're gradually getting the upper hand here. And the amount of cavalry that we've got left as well looks pretty healthy. So doesn't look like we're doing too bad on the left at the moment. If you notice now there, the enemy centre army is bringing over Julii reinforcements to help their flank. If you notice now, I've spotted a situation on the battlefield that I'm going to charge my cavalry into. It'll be interesting to see how well they do from this angle. If you notice now, most of my army infantry are now engaged with the enemy on our right flank here. I'm just trying and, as I said earlier, I'm just hoping to try and take a bit of pressure off of our other flank there, and maybe get them to send units here rather than send them down to the left flank. Hopefully that will enable my allies to get a victory over there on the left. If you notice, Talos has sent infantry units over to me as well. Any new players watching this game, obviously to win a team game you need really good teamwork, and Talos has really done well with his army. He sent units off to help Pompey on the left, he sent units out off to help me on the right, and that's it's a really great teamwork, and that's obviously how you win your battles. If you notice here on our right, the Julii infantry are starting to rout, so things are not looking too bad on our right here.
gods be praised.
And there goes the Julii general's just been killed there. Well, of course, as you all know watching this, the morale of their troops now will drop considerably. And looking at the overall battlefield now, I would think that that our team seems to be getting the upper hand at the moment. There's not a lot of enemy Julii infantry or cavalry left on the battlefield now, and if you look at the situation, I think you'll see that our team seems to have definitely got the upper hand here. I must say, on this left flank, it was pretty touch and go for a while on who was going to win, but I think great teamwork and some massive cavalry hits seem to have won us the day there. If you notice, Jack Frost's general's there, but we're going to pilot him there. He had loads of pilots come into the back of him then, and of course surrounded by our troops as well. His morale would have dropped, so his general's now routed. So I was thinking it'd only be a matter of time now until all the enemy forces have been banished from the battlefield, if you like. That was a great battle to be in, that one.
A tribute to Roman.
Just like to say, really well played to everybody in the game. It was a great battle to be in. I hope you enjoyed watching it too. There was some really great teamwork from our team, and I thought the other team played extremely well as well. Some massive cavalry hits, some great tactical infantry movements, and some really good aggressive play as well. And remember that old saying that attack is the best form of defence. And in RTW, the more you attack, the more you keep your enemy on the back foot, the better it is for your team. So once again, I'd like to say really well played to the other team, some great moves there, and really well played to our team. And especially Talos, who really did well in supplying troop reinforcements. Spartan Commander saying bye for now.